Yo guys, what's going on? My name's Colonies here, and welcome today to a gameplay commentary. I don't really know what gameplay I'm going to use on this. I'll just throw something in the background, but this one is actually going to be more about, it's actually going to be like a story type of video. And, I've never really done one of these before, and, I don't know, a lot of people request me to do story commentaries, and I don't really do it much, so I figured, you know what, why not? Let's go ahead and tell a story. So, this one's actually going to be about the scariest experience in my life. And yeah, that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but it actually has to do with, my sleep disorder. And it's actually called sleep paralysis. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I should be. And, it's pretty much like the scariest thing in the entire world. If you guys don't know what sleep paralysis is, I'm going to go ahead and read off the definition for it real quick. It's just, sleep paralysis is a phenomenon in which people, either when falling asleep or awakening, temporarily experience an inability to move, being paralyzed. More formally, it is a transition state between wakefulness and rest characterized by complete muscle atonia, which is muscle weakness, and, yeah. So, basically, guys, what that means is I'm basically awake in my subconscious. I'm awake and my mind is functioning, but I'm paralyzed. So I can't move, I can't control my body, I can't move a muscle, but in my mind, I'm awake. And, there's a couple reasons why this is the scariest thing ever, because basically what's going on there is that you are aware of what is going on around you, you know you're awake, but you're still dreaming. And it's the craziest thing in the entire world. And some people actually have it with their eyes open, in which they can see around the room. That's not me, though. For whatever reason, my eyes usually stay closed while this happens. And, yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and get into my story now. So here is the story of the scariest experience of my life. Ugh. Alright, so this happened last summer. And basically it was just like an average night or whatever. I was probably making a video or gaming or something. It was like 2 a.m. and I went to sleep, and I was dreaming, and I don't really remember my dream. It's kind of hard to remember dreams from such a long time ago, but the dream wasn't really significant. If you guys don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's basically while you're dreaming, you're aware that you're in a dream. So let's say you're having a dream about being chased by, I don't know, a clown, and you suddenly become aware that you're dreaming for some reason, then you can just kind of turn around and like punch that clown in the face. Or it's basically like you're dreaming, so you can take control of your dream. And so yeah, I for some reason I started lucid dreaming. I could tell that I was dreaming. I don't know what, but something just snapped onto my mind. I was like, this is a dream. So it's usually what it is because like I'll be like dreaming that I'm in my room, and my room is like arranged differently, and for some reason something just like snaps onto my head, and I'm like, yeah, this is a dream. So usually what happens when I'm like aware that I'm dreaming, some people like to like continue their dream and like, I don't know, like fly around or do something crazy like that, but what I like to do is wake myself up. And for some reason I can't really control it, because like you're not really thinking. When you're lucid dreaming, you're not really in like a state of full consciousness where you can make like rational decisions. Instead, you just kind of make like a snap decision, and my snap decision was to try to wake myself up. So what that usually consists of, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, some people haven't, but some people do, is where they're trying to force their eyes open. And usually the way to do that is to like try to move like your finger or like your toe or like your ear or something like that, and then you usually can just snap awake. But whenever I have like an episode of sleep paralysis, that doesn't happen. Instead, what happens is I snap into this state of like it said, in between consciousness and dreaming. So that's basically what happened. I was able to like move my pinky or something, and I snapped right into this state, and it's just completely black, right? Everything is just completely black, and I'm just paralyzed. And I know that I'm awake, but I'm not really awake, and I'm paralyzed. Like my arms are like, imagine your arms being like laying on your bed at your side, and you're just bolted down, right? I can't move anything. I can hear my TV in the background, but I can't move. And you have to understand, guys, that this is the scariest thing ever, because you don't know if you're paralyzed and you're blind. But something horribly could happen while you're sleeping. I could be paralyzed, I could be blind, anything like that. But the thing that's the craziest about all of this is that you're still dreaming, so things still happen. This is when You know how people will say they get abducted by aliens, or they see a ghost or a demon, or something happens where they, see, this supernatural creature, they get abducted by aliens, or something crazy like that happens. That's usually because they suffer from sleep paralysis and they don't even know it. So basically, what happened is that I could hear like this sort of devil laughter, right? And it's like, oh man, I hate even talking about this because it's like scary, but like I hear this, right? And I can just and I feel something like touching me, right? It's like rubbing against my arm, and I just feel this, and I cannot move. I can't move whatsoever, and I just continuously feel like this like rubbing on my arm, like I'm trying to make like that noise right there, if you guys could hear that. And it just continuously happens and happens and happens, and I'm like bolted down. I cannot move. And the scariest part about all of this is that it could last anywhere from 2 hours to 10 minutes, and you don't know. And oh man, guys, it's so scary. I can't even stress this enough. Yeah, and it's something you can't control. It doesn't just happen. Like, you can't like I couldn't go to sleep tonight and be like, all right, I'm gonna have episode of sleep paralysis and I'm gonna record myself so I know that nothing's actually happening. It doesn't work like that. It just happens randomly. And I'm gonna actually go back to my story because some of you guys are probably like, Colin, get back on topic. But yeah, so I felt like something like touching me. I couldn't tell if it was a ghost, if it was a demon, something like that, but I could hear like this laughter, this constant laughter. It's like this, like the evil laugh, like ha 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 ha, just like continuously going off in my head. I can feel this thing touching me, and I'm so scared. And and guys, like that moment when you are finally able to snap yourself awake is the greatest thing ever. So yeah, I'm like paralyzed on my bed, and I'm just trying to do anything, move a part of my body, anything. It's taking all my like strength or whatever, because I feel like this is like a scenario. I don't know if you guys have ever had the dream that like you're sitting in like a small room and the walls are caving in, because that's this feeling. I feel like I'm on the clock, I'm like on this timer, like this ticking time bomb, that if I don't wake myself up soon, then I'm gonna be like gone, because I think that there's like a ghost or a demon or a devil or something in my room, and I can feel it like touching me. And I'm just like finally laying there, and I'm just finally able to snap awake. And the craziest part about all this, guys, is that I looked over at my clock and I had been asleep for 2 hours. Only 2 hours. And yeah, it's safe to say that I definitely did not sleep for like maybe 2 days. Probably the longest I've ever been awake. I just tortured myself by not going to sleep just because I was so afraid to go to sleep. And it's the worst when this happens on like a school night or something, because I remember the first time it ever happened to me in like 5th grade, because I didn't know what was going on. I actually had to go see like a doctor about it, because I didn't know if this was like, I don't know. It's scary, guys. But yeah, so that's my story. If you guys like that story, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you want me to tell more stories like that, because I do have a lot of stories out there, I just don't tell them very often. But if you guys want more stories and more videos like this, just make sure to click the like button. Let me know down in the comments. And also let me know if you've ever experienced anything like this. But yeah, guys, so that's it for me. My name's Colonies, and I'm out. Peace.